Oh, we gotta fix the camera. We'll see if anyone remembers my channel. Anyone will actually join. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see how many people join this. He's back. Yes, I'm back. I've come back. Come back to do a quick, I do a little live stream about a little bit of live customizing. Hey, hello, hello everyone. There's more people here than I thought there'd be. So, for this stream, I haven't done a stream in a while. I haven't posted a video in a while. I haven't done a live customizing stream in a little bit. So in this one, we're going to be taking our fairly recent Monsterarts Godzilla 1972. And we're going to be using some nice little upgrade kits. 3D printed, 3D sculpted, designed by me, that feature fully closing mouths, which the official figure cannot do, and some hand kits that I designed as well, and an arm piece, an elbow piece, so the arm can actually fully bend on the right side. What we'll be doing here is a repaint of the whole figure because I do not like the green. I'm not really a huge fan of this figure being green. I much prefer if he was black like the suit was. So I'm going to be repainting the figure, and I'm going to be painting these upgrade kits that I designed to match. And if you want a head kit of 68, or not 68, that's the 72, 68, a head kit to match 72, or a head kit to match 71, you can get them on my online web store, www.154creations.com. The head kits are about $30, not including shipping. And they replace the main figure's head. And if you want the hand kits, oh, and for 72 and 68, they're about $30. I'm pretty sure the 71 kit is a little, the 71's a little bit more. I think it's around 40 something, if I remember correctly. I don't remember off the top of my head. But the 71 kit comes with a set of its own alternate hands. It comes with the damaged hand from versus Hedorah. That replaces the entire forearm here. The entire arm starting at the forearm. It comes with an extra ball joint for the forearm, a replacement, so that in case the stock one breaks, which it has a high chance of breaking, mine has, there's a replacement. And then it comes with two hands to hold the orbs that he holds in the movie. They're sculpted on. The hand poses are pretty similar to hands that come in the standard hand kit set. I didn't make them removable because I didn't want to have like peg holes or anything that could break potentially. And I don't really feel like there's going to be any other case where you would have these separated. And then if you want the set of alternate hands, you have all these poses, like gripping poses, just kind of like a flat hand, just like with fingers spread open, a flat hand like in a chopping motion. What I call the natural hands, which is one of the most common poses that this Godzilla does with his hands. Then you have fists. These are $20. if you want a set of these. Again, you can get my products on www.godzilla, not Godzilla, www.154creations.com. And that's just kind of a rundown for this. First things first, I put on the normal arm joint for the stream to showcase what the alternate ball joint can do. So, this is the stock joint on 72. That's the full bend you get out of this arm, out of this elbow. Like, you get that much. It can bend out all the way. Oi, oi, oi. You bend out all the way, but like, yeah, you try to bend it fully, and the arm just pops off. I don't know what's up with this ball joint, but it just doesn't work. So, to replace it with this alternate elbow piece, this comes with every version of the head kits. It does not come with the handset, just to keep the cost in the handset lower. But the head kits do include, all three of them include this arm piece. So you just remove, let's see if I can pop this off on camera. You remove the original ball joint for the elbow. Make sure you line this up properly. Take the replacement piece, and then you just pop it in. And then you make sure it's facing forward this way. You pop the sleeve back over. Make sure the sleeve, there's a square in there, lines up with the shoulder piece so it can rotate properly. You take your elbow piece, pop it back on, and whoa, Tamashi Nations, look what I did. I made it so his arm can actually bend all the way. And they can straighten out still, fully, nice and good. And it can actually bend pretty much all the way, like the other arm. Why it couldn't do that before, I don't know. But that's the only thing we need to replace from this first. Next, rip off his head. You don't need this anymore. I have a lot of issues with this base head sculpt. It looks ugly and not the right ways. His mouth doesn't close all the way. His jaw articulation is kind of awkward. His eyes are really big. I'm not huge on this, which is why I designed this kit right here to replace it. So just pop that on. Same amount of articulation, same range. Jaw fully closes. It can open up a nice amount. And then now that we have our elbow piece installed, our head installed, I can replace the hands too. So these hands, just pop them off like this. Like this piece is going to pop off because I had to replace this joint, but to get the broken piece out of this, I kind of messed it up. So it's a little loose right now. I got to fix that down a little bit. But you take those hand pieces, take those off, and then you can replace them with the alternate hands that I designed. These just pop. Let's see what I can do. There we go. These just pop right on. These are my personal ones, so all my personal ones are always like not the greatest versions. I always make sure to do like extensive QC checks on stuff I send out. We're gonna use fists for this side. I'll use fists for both sides actually. These just, yeah, when they're actually properly cured, which I make sure to do on all the ones that I sell, they just pop right on, snap right in. No real issue of them falling off. There we go. Now, what everyone's saying in the chat? You see the chat. Everyone just typing oi oi. Swing 2 has to be your favorite suit. That's an interesting choice. You can like whatever suit you want to like. I'm going to be using some black for the base coat because, like I said earlier, I'm not a fan of the green. And I want the whole thing to be black because I prefer the all black look of the actual suit. So, take a little bit of of black. My black is really watered down, so I don't have to worry about going super light on the coat. So I'm going to take a little bit off this. And then I'm going to paint it directly. Everything's like mostly assembled. Probably take off some, I can take off the arms. Pop this off, pop this off. I'll leave this in. It's not going to hurt if I paint it. See if I can pop off. I know this was a little risky last time I tried doing it. Yeah, this figure's neck doesn't come off in the nicest way, but we'll do it like this. Okay, now we can start on doing this. And I'm just going to paint using like a really wide flat brush for this, which you probably shouldn't, but it's what I'm doing. ASMR. I mean the Monsterarts pieces moving around. Actually, if you ever put these jaws in beforehand, I'm gonna get my figure full of paint, but just grip at the base, pull it through. When you assemble them, you gotta pull the teeth through these slots at the back of the jaw, and pulling it off is just that simple. The sockets are pretty reinforced, so let me grab... the socket for the jaw is reinforced, so you don't really have to worry too much about it potentially breaking. I had toothpicks over here to do this specific thing. There we go. And then this is the head. Pop this right here so you can paint this properly. Come on, focus. There we go. Took a lot of care and detail, or a lot of care and time to put a ton of detail. Why is there hair on this? What the hell? A lot of time and effort to make this like as accurate as I could possibly get it. And I'm extremely happy with how this sculpt turned out. Probably one of like, I don't know, I'm very happy with it. And I'm glad I can sell head kits to people so they can also get a figure that looks like the movie does. Do I want to paint that inside of the mouth black right now? Yes, I do. You do this like this because I normally do everything with a black base coat. I didn't really stick too well. Can I have something else I can stick this to? Old brush. Come here. Where did my blue tack go? Here it is. I am selling them. They're on my web store. They're unpainted, but if painting a kit, I don't really think is too hard. You just gotta just take your time and you'll get it right. Especially with 70s, got like this figure. If you're trying to color match to the figure, just take some green and you just gotta like kind of sponge it on so it matches the figure. But like Shovel Godzillas have really simple eyes, and their teeth are really simple on this figure specifically. So it's pretty easy to do overall. Here, we can let this sit for a little bit. My web store is 154creations.com. You just type in www.154creations.com. It'll bring you to my web store. I have these head kits on there. I also have replacement kits, head kits for the Monsterarts Godzilla 2004. Here is a sample that I have over here. So I have 04 head kits for more accurate heads. I have the deluxe 04 head kit, which comes with an alternate set of hands, like a whole set of hands, elbow shortener, so the arms are a little bit shorter, like more proportional, a replacement neck sleeve for the alternate head, so it flows in a little nicer, and then I'm pretty sure that's it. In the head, obviously. But I am fresh out of deluxe kits right now. So I'll be restocking the deluxe L4 kits soon. But I have the standard. This is the standard head, or the heads are the same. Deluxe just comes with more stuff. I have the 04 head kits on my web store. That's what they look like. A very good replacement, accurate for your Monsterarts. Yeah, I was gonna mention I have the larvas on there as well. I was about to mention those. I have the Mothra larva on there as well. They are a little pricier because they do take up a lot more resin. Um, they are in stock right now though, so if you want some, they all again unpainted kits. If you want some, you can order them on there right now. I in the first batch I did, they were being shipped unassembled, but after someone had some unfortunate series of breakages, they are now being shipped fully assembled. Painting them is pretty easy because you can just move the ball joints around and you'll be able to get pretty good coverage overall. I have, where is, okay, this isn't a full, where I have a, my desk is a mess, but it helps that I have a bunch of samples. So this is a sample. It's missing one of the jaw pieces, some broken tusks that I had intentionally snapped off to test durability. This resin is very nice. It's not the complete larva. This is obviously this is the test. This is how the articulation is. There should be more segments, but you get the idea. Resin's pretty strong. If they ever get loose, you paint the inside of the socket, they'll tighten right up. But like these kind of are pretty nice overall in terms of the resin quality. Single ball joints, so range is pretty alright, are pretty good overall. Detail, this is larva A. I took extreme precaution to make sure that the larva sets were as accurate as you could possibly get them. So both larvas have unique head sculpts and different like jaw sizes. The jaws are articulated. They move. They don't move a ton, but they move enough. It's hard to see with only one. But you might buy them. Hey, if you want to buy them, that's perfectly fine. It's fine by me. Yeah. No, but yeah, I have, and then I also have. I'm planning on putting probably the arm, this like replacement joint that's over here, up there separately because I know this joint is a very common break point on this figure. And then I am working on some other stuff. I'm working on, if you want to join my Discord server, I should have a link either on my Instagram or should be in my about page here on YouTube. I post like behind the scenes stuff. I'm working on a couple new sculpts, just sculpts for fun. I'm working on some new head kits. Monsterarts 89 head kit I've been working on. I'm working on. I'm not sure if this one will come out, if it'll release, because Haya is making their GMK Godzilla, and I have a Monsterarts, and I was just so happened to have been working on Monsterarts GMK head kit using my updated GMK sculpt. I'm not sure if this will release, but I do have it in the works. I'll probably be redoing like this next section back here for a better look. All 3D printed. The joint's still pretty solid, surprisingly. Which, well, not surprisingly, given this resin's really nice. But yeah, I have all this. I have a lot of things I'm working on. So if you want to check out my web store, feel free. If you want to buy off there, I have a lot of products coming in, or like I'm developing a lot of products for the future. I'm developing a more Mothra stuff. I'm developing more Godzilla stuff. I'm developing some full action figures to hopefully come out soon, or not. Well, not soon, but like relatively soon. Experimenting with a lot more like resins and stuff. So, dumb question. Higher Monsterarts. I prefer. I have a lot of Haya figures. I have a lot of Monsterarts figures. I'm preferring the way Haya is going. They're going in a more accurate direction, more detailed sculpts. Their articulation's getting way better. And they're more affordable. They're listening to feedback. They have some amazingly talented sculptors on their team, notably Eden Buster. If you, he's a wonderful sculptor. Like he does some amazing work, and I'm very excited to see where the rest of their Toho line goes. Monsterverse, I'm not huge on the Monsterverse overall, but it's very nice to finally have a lot of like good Monsterverse figures because the Monsterverse figures aren't really the greatest at all. I have their Kong. I have the 2021 Godzilla. Not super happy with them. Um, so I'm very happy Haya is coming in and doing a lot of like really nice Monsterverse stuff. Their new Kong looks fantastic. So I'm very happy about that. Um, but I prefer Haya overall. They're doing a lot more stuff that I'm happy with over Monsterarts. Okay, this head's mostly dry. With another layer just to make sure I get full coverage. There we go. Wait for these parts to dry. Yeah, follow Eden Buster on Twitter. This is most like easy place to follow on. He posts a lot of cool stuff. Okay. We will paint do this shoulder piece next. This is how I paint. I only get my fingers full of stuff. I got like toothbrushes and stuff, the whole parts like this that are hollow, but I only get my fingers full of paint. I'm just gonna paint. Well, I'm just gonna do. I'll probably paint these other heads soon, but I'm gonna focus on the 68 head first because that's the main one that I'm gonna use on my shelf. Come on, camera, stay in focus. This is an old toothbrush that I use to clean off figures. Yeah, the Haya Beast Glove Kong will probably come with the metal tooth. I'm fine with the normal one not having it because it basically is for functioning as a GVK 2.0 Kong. Um, so for me personally, I kind of don't care because I really don't. I kind of am not super huge on the Beast Glove. Probably still pick it up when they put it out, but it's nice to have. In Haya's case, it's nice that it doesn't have it because again, functionally GVK 2.0. And it's all a new sculpt, so it's good to have those Kong heads with like in a normal fashion, as opposed to how the Monsterarts did it, where it was just a repaint and it was kind of lazily done, where they were hiding the metal tooth head face sculpts, and packing them with other figures to try to incentivize you to buy them. Okay, I can't. I've tried removing this elbow piece, the lower part before. I've been unsuccessful, so I'm just gonna do it like this. Should get enough coverage in there. Hold this like this. This is how I normally paint my stuff. Feel like I'm pretty confident with my painting ability, but as I paint, I'm very sloppy. Fix it up as you go along, basically. Especially for a base coat like this, you can be as sloppy as you want. It doesn't really matter. It's the base coat. You're just gonna get your fingers and your stuff all full of paint, but that's why you have like a piece of sheet of paper on your desk, so you can catch all the paint. This arm, paint this wrist piece. Some more paint. Okay. Take this. Gonna paint this attached because it makes it a little bit easier. Basically 600 USD for the full Monster set. Basically, it's really expensive. That's not working out. Great. Okay, let me just take off. I should have just done this from the start. Where did my toothpick go? My toothpicks, I should say. Make sure this doesn't fall. I need my toothpicks. I got a whole off-screen setup. A drawer system where I keep all my stuff. I got a bunch of toothpicks so I can stick with, where is my blue tack? My stick, I'm using it for that. I have more over here. I got my sticky tack. So I can take these, take this, go like this. Blue tack on a toothpick. Perfect for holding in place. I say as it flies off. If you do it properly and you stick it into the hole and you squish it in there, much better for holding all this stuff in place. Nice full coverage. Like that. Move on to the other arm. I'll go over and do other coats of coverage for a lot of those. I never actually checked if these are the same joint. They might be. Never mind, that was a lot longer. Okay, no, they're not. They are not the same joint. This side doesn't ever need a replacement though, because the elbow actually works properly. So, so that works. I don't know if I'll paint. I'll probably hit this like this real quick. Very sloppy, very quick. And we can do this piece. Get this all painted up. It's good. The head is now mostly dry. We'll hit it a couple more places. Overlook it, see if anything needs any more touch-ups. But here, now that it's mostly dry, it's mostly matte, can show off a little bit of the detail. I don't remember where the camera is. You can see his details a bit better because it's a little hard to see it when it's just in like the resin color. There we go. Move on to keep this a little organized. This arm, I think, yeah, this one I can pop off. This one I can paint the elbow a little bit more. For surely. That's good coverage for the first pass. Now this arm, I have a difficult time removing this wrist piece. I have a difficult time moving it in general, so I have to leave it in there. I'm glad to be painting over these pieces though, because this part's oddly shiny for me, and I don't really like that. What's your opinion on the Heat Ray Monsterarts minus Goji? Bandai gonna Bandai. I don't think it's painted particularly well. I think the release strategy of it being a convention exclusive is pretty dumb. I think it being more expensive is pretty iffy. Overall, Bandai, what in the world are you doing? Third largest figure company in the world. But don't bully them, they're a small indie company. If you bully them, then you're bullying the small indie company. Like people do reviews and they're like making money back. Yeah, I'm not sure why people are legitimately like considering buying the Monsterarts outside of like brand elitism. Um, there's no real good reason to buy all the Monsterarts GXK stuff. Oh shoot, did I get a super chat? Oh, thank you RKM for the 10.99 super chat. Hi, how are you? Your customs are great. I'm doing pretty good overall recently. Um, thank you. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Doing good, and thank you for the compliment on my customs. I haven't really been posting to YouTube a lot. I've been, focusing on either work or just on other places. I have an Instagram. If you guys want to check out my Instagram, there's more stuff there about my web store and my recent products. But if you really want to see a lot of my like new stuff, go check out my Discord. It should be either linked on my YouTube about page. Oh, it's in. I know there's some community posts with it, or my Instagram also links it. Go check it out. I have a lot of updates and stuff on there. Or check out my like, actual web store too. I have all my products on there. Like once again, www.154creations.com. Um, I'm very happy with where I am at right now with my sculpting ability digitally, and how my business is progressing. You are so Sigma. I don't understand. I'm not even that old. I'm only 22, guys. How am I out of touch already? I'm just gonna break the tips off of these. This is, well, that's good enough. Not a fan of Godzilla pre-evolved 2024. I think pre-evolved is one of the. I like how pre-evolved looks. I don't have it yet though, so I can't say anything about it in hand. But I like how the higher pre-evolved looks. It looks pretty good. The eyes, I think the eyes are good overall. I've seen some of them with like really iffy eyes, so that's not great. Um, I think body wise though, it might be the best looking in terms of body paint of the Hogoji releases. Um, because it has like the tan from 2019, but like a lot of the gray and bluish colors from 2021 reissue. So I think it looks good overall. Not perfect, but good. I'm interested to see what the ultimate Godzilla actually is though, because that could completely invalidate all of them. Okay, let me see. Do you plan on getting Monster Arts Godzilla Evolved? No, I do not plan on getting that. I don't plan on picking up any of the Monster Arts GXK figures. I'm going all Haya, baby. Haya's all I need. Only Haya toys. That's all I want. You're lucky to be out of touch. Yeah, I guess. It's like I only really missed it by a couple of years, basically. If I was a couple years younger, I'd be fully in all that stuff, all the modern, like young, high school kid lingo and stuff. And more like middle school kid, less really high school. If I was like 3 years younger, probably would know more about it. Then again, probably I don't use TikTok or anything, so that's probably why I completely missed the boat on a lot of that stuff. Um, I've really been into like TikTok, so I never got into it. The pre-evolved looks a bit too similar to the V2 2021, which is the same sculpt as pre-evolved and released before it. Uh, yeah, I wish I wasn't a fan of the promo images. The promo images look kind of bad on pre-evolved. They were really heavy-handed with the paint. But I do wish it looked a bit more different from the 2021 2.0. Um, just for more variation, I guess. It makes sense that they're painted really similarly because it's the same Godzilla. But I get what you mean. It does look really similar. For completionist's sake, like if you're a completionist, it makes it like a hard pill to swallow. But if you're a new person getting into the line, um, I think it's like it's cool thing Hai is doing where like if you're brand new to the line, you can just kind of jump in and grab whatever. Because here's the cool thing about Haya, their stuff is constantly being reissued, all of it. Like all the Godzillas are always being reissued. You'll see them pop up on like BBTS for reissues like pretty often. So um, if you're jumping in the line brand new, you got a good shot of just choosing whatever Godzilla you like the best, which I think is pretty cool. Man, I really went crazy with this hand texture. It's pretty deep. I'm gonna have to go over all these with another layer just to make sure I got it all. Let me see the chat. When did you stop sculpting your figures? Started doing more 3D printing. I don't have a problem with it. I think it's really cool. Um, I I picked up 3D sculpting last year in August. I was just kind of losing motivation overall. Um, not for like just not for like losing the love of the hobby, just kind of just how things were going for a bit. I was in a not the greatest spot. Um, but I had Nomad Sculpt downloaded on my phone. I'm like, I'll give digital sculpting a try again. I want something to do like I could because I can do digital sculpting at work. I was like, I'll give it a try again. I'll see because everyone else was doing it. Everyone else is getting into digital sculpting or doing digital sculpting again. You have at the time Whalezilla. He was going on the Whalezilla. Now he's Kujira Productions. You had Zeto in the making around that time, or on his way out. You had Kaiju Wizard. I think was barely coming up again, which by the way is Nine Modelism and is very iffy on if you want to actually buy his product or not. But we won't get into that here. Um, but yeah, so I needed something to give me a bit more motivation and something to give me a bit more freedom. I'm still gonna be doing like physical sculpting on like some customizing projects, but digital sculpting I didn't have to. I wasn't limited by time with the epoxy sculpt. I wasn't limited by the scale with how small I could make details like physically. I wasn't limited by my own ability for accuracy. Like I could really shine in digital, and picking up Nomad on my phone like really like showed me. I finally put some time and effort into one of my digital sculpts, and it really showed me like what you can do with digital sculpting. Um, and I don't know. I did a GMK sculpt, my original GMK. I did the 73 sculpt, the whole body, and then just from there, I just kept doing it. I kept making more and more, and then I finally got to O4, and I'm like, I'm happy with this. I'll make a Monster Arts head, and I'm like, I'm really happy with this. I'm gonna make these like kits, and then I did, and then like I just kept going, and then I did some Mothra sculpts. I have a GMK Mothra sculpt, fully sculpted, ready to go if I ever want to do anything with that. I have a Jet Jaguar I'm working on, full Jet Jaguar, because I don't like the Monster Arts. If you know anything about me, I'm a very huge stickler for accuracy. Um, so Monster Jet Jaguar looks like bad to me. I don't like how it looks. It doesn't look good. In my humble opinion, I don't like how it looks. So I am gonna make my own Jet Jaguar. If I might not, I don't know if I'll sell it or not. It might just be something for me. But that's what I'm going to be doing with the Jaguar. I'm making my own. I have a Gamera 99 sculpt because I bought like this Japanese model kit that has like a rubber body and stuff. But the head, it's really cool. But the head leaves a little bit to be desired for me. So I'm making a head for that. And by extension, a Gamera head for the Monsterarts. Because I have a personal custom that I've been working on for a little bit. And I didn't have a head that I really liked to go on it. So I stopped, paused on that. I was working on the head, custom head for it. Um, and yeah, I have a custom head for the Monster Arts camera. I have a lot of cool stuff coming. Um, where was I going with this? But yeah, digital sculpting is just really freeing for me. I really enjoy it. I can do it at work because I work a full-time job. I work at Walmart. But digital sculpting is super freeing because I can just do it anywhere. I don't have to be limited by like where. I don't have to be at home. I don't have to set aside time to mix up clay and wait for it to cure and all this stuff. I just sculpt. Even if I wasn't 3D printing, just digital sculpting, just as a art form is just really fun. I love it. I love it a lot. That was a good question. What printer do you use? I use a basic FDM printer. I have two printers right now. I have my prototyping slash main printer, the Elegoo Mars 3, Elegoo Mars 3 4K. That was my first 3D printer that I got. That is the 3D printer that I use for prototyping. It's the printer I use for production, like a decent amount of product. That's the printer that I produced all the O4 kits on, and then like I use that for like about half of production, or not half, like a third of like production now. I have like files that I throw on there and I print out a lot of them. And then I have for a printer that is exclusively used for production. I don't do prototyping on it or anything. Is my Elegoo Saturn 2. I was gonna get the Saturn 4, but I realized the Saturn 2's quality is really good still, and I thought I could get it for like $200. So for production, I have an Elegoo Saturn 2, very big printer, like a lot of build space. So that is what I produce like a majority of. Oh, why did I put another one of these here? What I produce a majority of like the kits on when I'm making a lot of kits. I make them on that. Elegoo printers are pretty good overall. We back? We back? We back? Hello? Hello? My internet, you better not do this to me now. Not now, please. We back? Hang on. Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me? Am I here? Am I alive? Hello? 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 Type in the chat if we're back. No audio. Hello? Okay, we're back. Thank goodness. Okay. Yeah, my internet decided that right now would be a perfect time to die. What was I talking about? Oh, 3D printers. I have Elegoo Mars 3 4K and Elegoo Saturn 2. Um, I have one Monsters figure, Monsters 54. Don't know why all Monsters figures can be made of that quality. It's because Monster Arts kind of doesn't care a lot of the time. Tobias Nation can get away with a lot of stuff. People will buy it anyways. So, if they know they can get away with it, why put the effort? What do you think of the Tigre Blanco Godzilla 2019 sculptor on GG Trader? I haven't seen it, so I'm not really sure. Keep buffering in and out. Dang, hang on. Yeah, the Tamashi Vietnam factory is not not great for production quality wise. It's way below the Chinese factory, which is already is kind of iffy for Tamashi. Some pictures of it on my Discord. Okay, I have to check them out in a little bit. I'll check them out after the stream because I can't check them out right now. I said I was gonna do these later, but I'm just gonna add like a base coat on these right now. This is the 71 head. 71 head and the 72 head are essentially the same, but the 71 head has like the damaged eyeball piece and it has a slightly different texture on the face. 72 head is a lot smoother because the suit was a lot smoother. By that point, the suit had been repaired with sawdust like many, many times to try to fix the face as it was deteriorating too fast. And instead of adding texture, they basically just deleted a bunch of it, so it's really smooth. Excuse me. The inside of the mouth after. Here's this head. 72 head. This will remove the jaw on. This one will be one that I swap on and off. What's up? You're new to the channel? Hello! Welcome to the channel. Now I'm just painting these head kits and this figure right now. Might be out of black soon. I need to pick up more black paint. Haven't had to buy more black in a while. Have you seen Deadpool and the Wolverine? I have not. I kind of don't really care about comic movies. You can see the 72 head here. The face, the back of the head is about the same texture as the rest of the heads. But the face is a lot smoother. The texture is still textures there, but it's a lot smoother, intentionally so. Because that's how the suit was. The suit lost a lot of detail as the movies went on. So by 72, his head looked like he was dying. Because he was. Very different from how the Monsterarts actually did it, where they kind of just made him look weird. This still looks like 68, but like dilapidated and old, which is how he's supposed to look. Have you thought about making anything Heisei Godzilla related? I'd love to see it, honestly. Yes, I am like very early stages still, but I'm planning on doing a Monsterarts 89 head replacement head. Because the SDCC one came out at SDCC and will be like out they're thinking like February for like the general public on P Bandai. And the figure's pretty good overall, but the head sculpt on that Monsterarts 89 I'm not a fan of, so I will be doing a head kit for that. A much more accurate head kit, not Sakaiified like Sakai likes to make 89 look. More accurate, better, like just everything, hopefully. So I will be having that eventually. Let's disassemble your upper half. Godzilla's dying slowly. I'm killing him. I'm gonna base coat everything at the very least in this stream. green. I do not like this green. I'm not a fan of it. I'm very happy to be covering this up. That and the silver spines. Silver spines I can kind of get where they got that from. Because 68 and by extension the subsequent suits have like the spines are gray. On that suit they're gray. They have a very smooth edge and they have like a slight like silverish look to them with the way that they're textured in the movies, but they're not straight silver. The only Godzillas that have straight silver spines in the Showa era are 74 and 75, and 73 when he appears in Zone Fighter, because 73 in Zone Fighter has a different paint job versus 73 when he appears in versus Megalon. They repainted the suit in Zone Fighter, and those colors carried over to 74 and 75. But yeah, I'm replacing these spines. They're going to be painted gray. Gray with a little bit of brown and maybe like touches of pearlescent white or silver, but not this full silver. I'm not huge on this full silver. And this movable spine, this thing's annoying. It's a neat idea, but functionally it doesn't really do anything. I've had to like thicken up the peg that it goes on. Because mine just kept falling off no matter what I touched. Like if I ever touched it, it would just fall off so easily. So I'm not huge on that. I was thinking maybe just glue it in place entirely, but I don't want to lose the functionality of it. But yeah, that movable spine is personally very annoying. Let me see if I can actually remove this piece. Have heard about the Man in the Suit plushie? I have heard about the Man in the Suit. I am not a fan of it, really. I don't really like it, don't really care about it. What other customs do you have? I have a lot of customs. You can look at my YouTube channel to see a lot of the other ones. Okay, that came off good. Thank goodness. You can see my Instagram. You can see my Discord. My Discord has the most custom posting that I've done recently. I have like the 73 model. I have an action figure version, but I'm gonna redo most of it. This is just like the model that I've done, 3D printed. I have something that I actually do plan on putting up on my web store probably soon. This is unfinished, not done painting this. 04. This is my 04 head sculpt. This has like a bust. You have the logo of the movie. It's not this is not I'm not done painting this, but yeah. I have this probably hopefully going up soon. What's the Discord channel name? My Discord, it should be in my about page on YouTube or on my Instagram. On my Instagram bio, it's 100% there. It's on I think it's on my YouTube about page, and or it's 100% somewhere in my community posts. Should be in there. Godzilla 154 Discord. The channel name is 154's Creations. That's where I post all my customs. All my customs and 3D sculpting projects. Head about making a full action figure like your 73 Godzilla. I am planning on redoing that 73, so that will be like, hopefully I'll be able to put that out someday, probably before around the end of the year. I'm hoping to get it done, but I'm working on new articulation methods with 3D printing. And I want to redo that model just entirely. I want to do better skin texture, better like accuracy, better everything. So I hopefully will be making full action figures eventually, putting those for sale. But that's a plan for the future, not immediately. You're getting GVK Godzilla Atomic Breath version from Hayato's for your birthday. That's pretty cool. Get all the little areas first and foremost. Personal favorite figure in your collection? I'm gonna fillet Godzilla here. Remove his legs. See if I can pop off his tail without. There we go. Godzilla bones. I have the bones of Godzilla here. Yes. Personal favorite figure. In my collection, real quick. That's a tough one. I have a lot of figures I like now. Personal favorite. I can't really say anymore. I cycle through a lot of figures. I don't think I could really say I have a personal like a absolute favorite right now. I gotta think about it. I'll get back to you on that. I gotta think about it a bit more. Because, like, a personal favorite figure can mean a lot of things. Did I drop paint? I dropped some paint. Can mean a lot of things. So, the paint's real watered down, which means it's really easy to get it everywhere where I did not want to. Because these thin parts like this always scare me. Like, when 3D printing, this is like my big fear in doing parts like this. Because that's real thin. The resin I'm using now should be able to hold up to it. But yeah, it's scary. Even on stuff like this. This stuff could end up snapping on a Monsterarts. I've had it happen before. Put the glue pieces back together. Audio fix? Wait, something happened to the audio?
Hello? Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Am I audible? Do I sound okay? How do I sound right now?
What's wrong? What's wrong?
Is there something wrong with the audio? Is it getting blown out?
That's good. You don't need to hear. What's all this hearing nonsense? You have SH Monster GVK Godzilla 2021. Unfortunately, I am owner of that figure. Yes, I do. I had one who I had ones at max volume. Why do you have a max volume for? That seems like a you problem. I do have that figure. Mine was like bad. It fell apart at the slightest touch and everything. Um, Eventually, I did just give in and fixed all the issues that it had, just because I needed it for like photos and stuff. But I kind of wish I didn't fix it because it was funny to just flick it and his head would fly off. RKM, you can't hear me?
What do you mean you can't hear me? I'm speaking right now. Hello? Hello? Fix the audio, the mic is too low. Hello? Is it really too low?
Why are those black? Because I'm painting them black. I'm going to add gray later. I'm painting over the original paint, so they're going to be all black for a little bit. Because I don't like the silver spines. Personal least favorite Godzilla figure. Interesting question. The Surreal Entertainment Godzilla resin statue, the Playmates Godzilla 2004, the what else do we got? What else do we got? For Monster Arts, I absolutely despise the Monster Arts Godzilla 2021. '04 is not great. I don't get that's not a least favorite. What else is there? Yeah, that's pretty much it on the top of my head. But yeah, I don't like the figures that I listed. They're not good. Surreal Entertainment Godzilla resin statue and Playmates '04 are probably some of the worst Godzilla products ever. And I own both of them. Audio's broken? Hang on. Hello? Hello, am I here? Hello, hello, hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Okay, that's better. Okay, that's better. Okay. Least favorite Godzilla figures. I don't know if anyone heard it. Godzilla, Surreal Entertainment, Godzilla resin statue, and the Playmates '04. Both very bad figures. Very ugly. Very not worth it. And Monster Arts Godzilla 2021. He's not great. I don't like him at all. Paint is not good. Sculpt is atrocious. Articulation hardly works. You would make millions if you sell your customs. Well, I have a proposition for you. If you go onto Google and type in www.154creations.com, you can find these very head kits. These head kits right here. And these alternate hand kits. And I'll add this. You can find this larva on there, and you can find this '04 Godzilla head for the Monster Arts Godzilla 2004. You can find that on my web store, 154creations.com. They are as reasonably priced as I can make them. They are unpainted, so you have to paint them yourselves, but that just adds more creativity for you. You can learn how to be more creative. You can paint your own figures. You can customize your own products while also having a sculpt from me to help you out along with that. It's fixed. 5 years ago. You used to have any of your past Godzilla sculpts? Yeah, I have all of them. I never sold most of my stuff. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Hello for people that are just joining. You're joining my stream. I am currently painting the Monster Arts Godzilla 1972. We're doing a full repaint. A full, complete repaint. I'm taking his skin tone from green to black. I am painting some head kits that I designed. This 68 head kit right here. 3D printed, digitally sculpted. You can buy these head kits on my web store, as I mentioned before. Bro left the stream for a second. Sometimes I gotta get silent to compile my thoughts. You gotta think sometimes. Beg your parents for my sculpts. Hey, you don't even gotta beg. Just ask nicely. They are as reasonably priced as I can get them at the moment with the cost of resin and the amount of time I put into them. The 68 head sculpt is of $30. The '04 replacement head kit is $20. They are unpainted, which I know turns a lot of people off, but we're creative here. If you're watching my channel, it's because you like customs. It's because you like repaints. Repainting stuff is fun. Learning how to do it yourself is fun. And if you learn how to do it yourself, you can make all sorts of wonderful, amazing things. All sorts of customs that you'll enjoy. You can show off to the world. And the more you do it, the better you'll get. Um, Again, www.154creations.com. That is my online web store. That's where I have all of my current products that I have up on there. Uh, Feel free to check it out. I have Instagram, Godzilla154. I have a Discord. Just look in my YouTube community notes, community posts, or on my Instagram bio. I have it on there. I should have it in my YouTube about page. I would post it in the chat, but I can't. I'm using my phone to stream, so I can't leave the stream or else it would close. My Discord's there. You can join that, see all my sculpts, see everything. Everything that I work on is posted on my Discord first, and then posted everywhere else second. I'm hoping to post more on YouTube because I know I've been neglecting this channel for a bit. It just takes a little bit to post like YouTube content. You gotta make the video, gotta edit it, gotta make sure everything's right, make sure everything's good for copyright, and all that stuff. But I should be hopefully coming back to YouTube eventually. And by eventually, I mean relatively soon. I'm hoping to be more involved on YouTube again. I do miss it. I miss talking to everyone. I miss interacting with everyone. I miss posting on YouTube. You better don't owe $0 for repair. I'll be watching for your $0 donation. If you have purchased Monsters Godzilla Evolved, would you make a custom head for it? If I was to buy it, maybe. But I know their Kujira Designs is the MonsterVerse third-party head sculptor right now. I don't want to step on anyone's toes. That's his territory. I'm sticking to Toho. I'm sticking to a lot of original stuff. Thank you, Dauber, for posting the Discord link in the chat. That helps out a lot. Thank you. Why are they so cheap? Because I wanna. They are priced as reasonably as I think I can price them. Also, kind of competitively in the market. There's other people doing head kits. They are unpainted, so that's one factor you got to consider. But I want to offer my stuff at a reasonable price. I'm not going to overcharge like $50 for a head kit. That's crazy. And my head kits do cost a little bit more than like relatively to my figure kits. But I want people to be able to get a hold of and enjoy my stuff. So I have everything priced at a much more reasonable pricing structure. The money I make from it is just being reinvested back into it. So, yeah, I have it priced how I should. Painted SH Monsterarts got Godzilla 19194 yet. I don't have either of those figures, so I know. The web is bringing me somewhere other than your web store. Make a -1 head. I've been thinking about it. I might do it eventually. Dauber, if you could throw in the 154 Creations link, that would be really helpful. Okay, we got this foot done. I'll probably chip off, but it's alright. You don't want that to fall. Audio still good? Here's his lower jaw problems. I know the monster is kind of iffy with how the jaw works. I just don't have the Monster -1. I'm kind of holding out for a Haya, honestly. So I don't know if it would really be worth it for me to make one at this point, because I don't have the Monster Arts, and I kind of don't. Maybe if it gets reissued, I might pick it up, see if I can get it for a little cheaper. But I'm not paying $200 for that figure, even for like $150. I'm not paying $150 for figure like that. For the Monsters Minus One, with how the head sculpt looks, how the paint is done. I'm not paying 150 for that. So maybe if it gets brought down to a lower price, but I doubt it. Or if like I can get someone to lend me theirs, then I'll probably be able to make one. If I design a head kit beforehand, then have someone lend me theirs so I can lend me theirs so that I can fit it properly. Quick and dirty with this. Thank you, Dubber. You paid $260 for it? Yeah, I could never. I'm a proud person to say I've never paid over like 120 for a Monsterarts. Any Monsterarts really? Yeah, around 120. I've never paid over 120 for a Monsterarts, so I'm pretty happy about that. And which it's sad to say that that's like Monsterarts figures are going like 120 is gonna end up being the norm. Like I mean, even 120 is like that's pushing it for me, man. I 72 was like 100-ish, and I'm like, I don't know if this is worth $100. But like, well, 72, articulation wise, it's really nice. Application, I'm not huge on the green, but application wise, it's good. $174 for both the Gigants. Oh, 160. Okay. Oh, so I'm assuming you're in you're not American. Yeah, in America we get these things for a little bit cheaper. I'm assuming you're in Australia. That sounds like how the Australian prices are. Why are the replacement parts so cheap? Um, Competitive pricing. I want everyone to be able to get these in some way or shape or form. Keep in mind they are unpainted. You will have to paint them yourselves. If I did have to sell them painted, they would be more expensive. But having them be unpainted lets you be creative, lets you paint it yourself, lets you explore your creativity. You know, a monster to made minus one expensive. I do. Money. I like money. They want money. I think Hayashimo is too small compared to High Evolved for the actual scale. Hayashimo is actually, as far as I can tell, in scale with the High Evolved. The Monster Shimo is too big. It's based on an older concept art design / concept sizes. So it is a bit too large. The Haya, it looks smaller in those like original display photos that we got, but as far as I can tell, it's the right size. The Evolved in the movie is like completely crouched over when he's fighting Shimo. So I want to see what it's going to look like when it like actually shows up in hand, because we've yet to get like really good angles of those two together. But as far as I can tell with like calculating things, it should be correct. I think it'll look better once we get it in hand. Hello, hello, hello. Make a Build-A-Fig for more creativity. I'm not going to pull a Monsterarts where I'm going to part out figures. SH should hire you. Unfortunately, I'm not Japanese. Gotta leave the stream. See ya, Godzilla fan 28 official. Thank you for joining this live stream and being here. Thank you to everyone who's joined. I actually did not expect to get this good of a turnout tonight. You're gonna be the last one? Not if I can help it. Like this. 75 minutes in. This is going a little faster than I thought. Try to watch my next vid. We got school. That's fine. Everyone's got stuff going on. You don't have to be here. The VOD will be up anyways after the stream ends, so it'll be up as a video. You can watch it then. You think Monsterarts and other companies, do you think that make inaccurate sculpts contribute to the image that some suits look the same, or is it just ignorant and familiarity with the source material at fault? I think it could be a mix of both. So in terms of Heisei Godzillas, with like Sakai-ish sculpts for 91 and 89, so with Sakai, he has a distinct sculpting style, and that could 100% be making people think they look really similar. And then for like some of the Showa Godzillas, things are like inaccurate, like if like NECA figures just like really missing the mark, that as well could make people think design looks a certain way. And then but also there is just like unfamiliarity with the brand, where like people aren't really well versed, like known, or not known. They don't really know what it is. So like that as well, because you have people that will tell me like, oh, these designs look the same. These are all the same, but it's like they're obviously not. It's just because when you're not really interested in something, you're not going to pick up on a lot of those differences. Like for example, I can't really tell the differences between Marvel suits for like the MCU. I probably could if I like actually sat down and looked at them, but at a glance, I can't really tell you what version of what character that is, like at a very quick glance. So that's how a lot of people are when they're not really interested in something. But if someone is going to be interested in like a property or a brand, they're going to pretty quickly be able to pick up the differences between like designs and stuff. But inaccurate figures just also contribute to like how people perceive a design in general. 91 Hokkaido has a much higher, bigger reputation than it otherwise would have because of Sakai. Yuji Sakai has built like 91 propaganda where he makes the suit look a lot nicer than it did. Whereas the actual suit, the Haya is not perfect, but the Haya looks a lot closer to the actual suit than people were giving it credit for. The Haya is far more body accurate to how that suit looked than a lot of Sakai figures are. Which, as a result, makes people say the Haya is not accurate because they're so used to the Sakai Hokkaido design. It's kind of funny, but yeah. You're going to sub, you sub now. Thank you so much. The Laziest Kaiju Official. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate any support that I can get. You showed the Tigre de Blanco's Godzilla 2019 sculpt on my Discord. I'll have to check it out after the stream. I can't check it out right now. Mostly because I'm streaming on my phone and I don't have an alternate way to look at Discord right now. Finally got 100,000 views on YouTube. That's cool, Akno Goji. I'm gonna speed run the heck out of this. What do you think SH Monsters -1's next figure should be? I think it shouldn't be another one because they've been abusing. Actually, they'll probably do like another Atomic Breath one without the beam and the spines extended. If Toho gave you their license for making figures, how much would you charge? For production stuff, like as an independent creator, I would probably like Toho licensing fees, it would probably be more expensive than they are right now, but I would be making full figures at that point. So I would be making like an entire figure. I can't really say because unless they're like giving me the license, giving me a chance to do it, I'm not sure. I know with like Wonderfest in Japan, they give out their license to independent creators for about like it's a day license basically. You can pay for 1 day to be able to sell your products officially. But I don't know how much that costs, and I don't know how much the average figure maker charges in a 1-day license. So I'm not sure. Right now, I'm just a small third party though, so my prices are just just to make back or to make like enough to keep doing what I'm doing. My fingers are all black, full of paint. Monsterarts Godzilla Source -1. I feel like the ship has sailed on a Monsterarts War era Godzilla. Personally, we might get one, but it's almost gonna be like a year after the movie, so it's pretty likely that we might not. How much shipping costs for replacement parts and tax? If you're buying like a head kit, like say the 68 head, in total it's about I think 35 to 36 shipping and tax. So shipping is $6 flat rate. Um, like it's if you're in the United States, shipping $6. I charge $6 for shipping. I think it's and then taxes. It depends on where you're from. I would say Uh, if you're, it's better to order a lot of kits together because like shipping when you add an additional kit only adds one more dollar. Um, I don't remember how much it is with tax. Tax is variable. Every time I get a PayPal notification, it's always a different price. I would say set aside like $38 around there for the head kit. I'm not sure. It'll depend because in some states they don't have sales tax, so you won't get charged like extra tax. So I'm sorry, I cannot give you a specific tax. I put too much pain on that tax amount. Think Hai's making too many figures at a really fast pace? No, I don't. I think they need to make more figures right now. I need more. I want more. Haya needs to make more figures right now. Just for me and only me. No one else. Me and me alone. Making good time with this. How many dollars you're dealing with is multiplied by 9, then that's how much taxes. Huh? I'm not always trying to work to refine your eye for accuracies. There are certain areas on a suit you look to first. There are certain areas on a suit you look to first to help discern differences in design. I'm not sure if there's any specific area really that I look for first. I just kind of, well, if you're looking for differences like on two suits that you know are two separate suits, look at like head sculpts or like there's like small details that like could be variable. Like that's how you can tell the difference between like in the case of Gamma 99, the close-up prop versus the actual suit. Small details will be changed, they'll be moved around, they'll be missing, or they'll just be like newly done for a specific prop. Look to small details. If you're looking for like, look for proportional changes, different proportions, differences in color, differences in paint job, just things like that. Look at the small details. Look at the broad shapes, like in the case of 99. Like look at teeth counts. The close-up prop for 99 has more teeth than the suit does. Same, or like details in the eyes are slightly different. Just look at the small details. If we're looking for differences, like with really similar designs, just look at the faces. Then you should get like a good view, or like slowly pick up on like differences, small things here and there. How are your Jet Jaguar and Zone Fighter sculpts doing? My Jet Jaguar is close to being complete. I need to do some more refinements on the head a little bit. I feel like I can hone in that accuracy a bit more. Um, Everything else on the body is pretty. I need to no the back of his body. I need to like add in some detail and like clean it up so like it looks correct on the back of his body. Um, and then his feet. I'm not done with the feet yet. I need to like fully shape them out. But like Jet Jaguar is super close to being complete. For Zone Fighter, he's a bit earlier on, but he's also a much simpler design. So he's not like as far along as Jet Jaguar is, but he's also not far off behind. He's a very it's just like a most of him is just like flat blue, with like no texture or anything, or no like no specific texture that like, aside from like the fabric that or the material that he's made out of. So like I can get away with making him really all smooth because that's how ultra figures are done. They don't add in the small texture that's on the actual suit. They add just leave it smooth because that's the intended look, and that's how they look like for most photos. Okay, that's everything. Base coated. Ugh. Everything's all now black. I can go over and touch up some areas soon. Out of all the new sculpts Haya showed at SDCC, which one was your favorite? Mine was Godzilla 2001 or 2000. Um, that's a tough question. The new Kong. The Toho guys, I think are a little bit too. GMK is really good. There's like I have a couple of notes on GMK, but he's really good. I think the new Kong though, the new Kong's fuck is freaking amazing. It looks so nice. SS Monsters can never get Gamma Head right. Yeah, it's not great. Do you think Haya should make more Toho Godzillas? Yes, I think Haya should make only Toho Godzillas. Nito, you have SH Monsterarts Godzilla 2019 replacement leg. No, I do not. If you're looking for replacement, like full-on replacement parts for Monsterarts figure, um, I'm not sure who could really help you with that. That's a very pretty specific thing to need a replacement piece for. I'm only offering replacement kits right now. And if you really want a legendary Godzilla, just get the Haya. Honestly, just get the Haya. Why don't you just get the Haya? Stuck with the SH without the leg. Yeah, I'm not sure who would be able to offer just the leg from a Monsterarts like that. Remember, recommend a clear paint primer or that stock gray color that makes up most of the market. Um, if you are using a primer, gray works because a primer is to help paint stick and to give you like a consistent like base color. So a solid color primer is recommended if you're trying to do like making everything look consistent. I don't personally don't use a primer because for me that's too much work. I use a lot of sealers though. For replacement parts probably. Um, know about the listing saying replacement broken parts. That is only for like my head kits. So if you receive like my Mothra set or my head kits and and something breaks on you, that'll be a replacement for that. But if you're looking for like a head kit and stuff like this, or like these will be what you want to order. The replacement part listing is only for like if you receive this and say like the teeth are broken in the inside, I can send you a replacement of this. But the replacement part listing isn't like for full Monsterarts replacement pieces. It's for replacement parts for like broken kit pieces. Why are you customizing this? Because I want to. What's wrong with it? I don't like the green. I don't like this head sculpt. I don't like this head sculpt. I don't like the head sculpt. It's not good to me. I'm like, great. I designed my own head. 3D printing. 3D printing. 3D design. It's available on my web store, 154creations.com. Much more accurate, much more detailed, much more better with the articulation. How long did it take you to learn Nomad Sculpt? I had picked it up a couple years ago. I used it like for like a couple hours. I didn't really know what I was doing, so I dropped it. The second time around, because I had experience with physical sculpting, like I kind of just picked it up and I kind of just like relatively quickly just like learned. And in terms of getting my skills on there, it took about like 4 months to really like hone in my skills and like really put like my level of detail I like to put in there. So about 4 months. But there's a lot of tutorials on like YouTube channels that can help you out with stuff like that. I think Drug Feed Dave is a good nomad sculpting YouTube channel that can help you. Okay, I need to touch up some of the silver that's still poking through on the splines. I'm going to go second layer of this. Coat a lot of these areas with the second layer of paint. That will help it fully coat everything, making everything nice and consistent. Always good to double coat because it makes sure everything is covered. Because while it's now you can see like where everything's not fully covered, fully painted, and you can go in and fix that. Silver is always a pain to try to cover up though, so might need 3 coats for this. But I'm already much happier with this being all black instead of green. Did not like the green. If Godzilla -1 gets cut in half, would the upper half regenerate or both would? I'm assuming the lower body would be what regenerates on -1 if it was cut in half. Like, he would regenerate new legs, not a new upper body. Make replacement head for Shimo and Skarking. I think Kujira's got that covered. I'm just going to buy the higher ones. They actually look good. Yeah, I got to cover up some other areas here. Got some more to do. Okay. Gonna wash off my brush real quick. Got like a little container of water. Dab this off. We're gonna... It still has this in here, okay. So yeah, it's basically look around like that when it's done. I think it's a little bit annoying that Haya didn't put the Vista Club with Kong 2024. Personally, I am fine with it because the 2024 Kong is functionally, for me at least, working as a 2021 2.0. And not everyone wants the Beast Club Kong right away, but I can see why it's a little annoying. What color first should I use for Kong to make it look like GXK Kong? Just gray. GXK Kong's just kind of gray. On the Monsterarts GXK Kong figures, Godzilla Kong figures, Kong is a lazy release, just a straight repaint. Locking all his accessories to Shimo and Scar King is not great. And Suko. Suko looks interesting. Mothra, the paint looks better, at least in She and Monsters one. It figures the same though, so they didn't make the wings bigger like they were supposed to, because the wings on the Monsters are way too small. That Suko Mothra set is not worth 180 to $100. That's no, you can't tell me it is. Godzilla Evolved looks all right. The prototype SDCC doesn't look the greatest though. Scar King looks really ugly. Shimo looks horrendous. I don't like that Shimo at all. Overall, average Monsterarts Monsterverse releases. We got this. Make sure all these hands are covered proper. I think they mostly are. Not 180. Suko, the Suko Mothra set is $80 to $100. But even then, the Mothra Rodan set was $100, which basically means like if you want to split it, Rodan was 50, Mothra is 50, or Mothra is basically like a $20 figure. She shouldn't cost that much. But they're trying to pair her with Suko to make it like an $80 to $100 set. And that's not worth it at all. It's super overpriced. I don't know if I want to paint the base hands. I don't know if I'll ever need them again. I'll leave them for now. What do you think the new Inspire Studios Godzilla statue? What is your opinion on the new company is making Godzilla statues? I am Spiral Studios. Spiral Studios looks all right. When they release, they don't look the greatest. The people who run that company are not great people. W Dragon, from what I've seen, is really good. Same for Prime One. Spiral Studios is not run by the best people though. Maybe just get Scar King, sure, the Beast Glove. I mean, if you want to, that seems like the most worth it out of all of them. Aside from like Godzilla Evolved, if you already have a Monsterarts Kong, you just want the glove. I get you're kind of forced to get Scar King. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of how it looks. It's also bigger than their Kong, so it's not going to scale well with it either. But yeah, I'm not buying. I might not be buying any more Monsterarts figures, just kind of in general. Kind of not feeling Tamashii Nations in general anymore. Okay, we're gonna go with a couple more passes of this on a lot of these areas, just like very quickly going over it, ensuring that it's fully covered. Maybe reassemble a lot of him, because like I'm not gonna be doing a lot of shading on this. The suit I'm specifically making this 68, but I'm gonna be painting the other heads because the other heads I can just change them out to make them like basically closer to the other designs. That's what the head kits are for. So, yeah, that's a cool thing. We're just gonna go like this. Okay. Tamashii had a glow up, but prices remain the same. All the quality control's great. If they could pull, would you still purchase? Yeah, that's what everyone wants. Like if If even if the prices stayed the same, if they're gonna raise prices, they need to raise quality. Quality for sculpt, quality for QC, quality for everything needs to go up if prices are going up. If prices go up and quality goes down, I'm not gonna buy it. That's not worth it. If prices go down and quality goes up, then the world is ending because that's never gonna happen. Prices for Monster Arts figures are never going down. They're gonna keep going up. But the main thing I want is for quality to go up. I don't hate Monster Arts. I mean, I have a Monster Arts right here. I like Monster Arts, but they need to do better. If they don't do better, I will not be supporting them. 72 is a really good figure overall. Personally, I'm not a fan of the head sculpt, and personally, I don't like the paint job. Objectively, the paint job is really good, but I'm not a huge fan of the colors they chose. Um, but I bought 72 because the articulation is really solid. Overall, the sculpt is really good, and the price. I feel like he could have come with something for $100. I feel like he should be $70 to $80. If he was 70 to 80, he'd be perfect. As it is, I'm not. It was a tough pill to swallow, but I had this head kit idea, or I was working on these head kits already beforehand. I kind of needed him for business reasons. Um, but I am not upset with my purchase for $100 of 72 Godzilla. But at the same time, I recommend getting my head kits because it makes the figure look a lot nicer. Um, and Tamashii Nations could be doing a lot better. They could be doing a lot. They could be doing a lot more. Make a Kong Beast Glove that's more accurate, and just buy the Haya at that point. The amount of resin that I would need to make an accurate Beast Glove for the Monster Arts, you could just buy the whole entire Haya Kong. Just wait for the Haya Beast Glove Kong and just buy that. For the amount it costs to buy the Monster Arts Kong and the Haya Scar King to get its Beast Glove, which is around $180, you could buy the Haya Kong, the Haya Beast Glove Kong when it's revealed for $50, and the Haya Scar King when that's also $50 for $150. Monster Arts quality will never consistently improve. If Tamashii knows they can really slapping it over with it, they 100% will. Yeah. Like, they do stuff like 72. I feel like it's to give people Stockholm Syndrome to like, oh, guys, we're so back, guys. It's all coming back. And then they instantly, like, drop the ball again. And it's like, we just had -1 come out. -1 was a complete like shit show in terms of quality control. Sculpt wise, it looks a little iffy. The price is expensive as hell for no reason. Paint wise, all over the place. Those eye decals could be on the cheek. They could be on the top of the head. They could be off center. They can be looking all sorts of directions. Sometimes they could be perfect. The teeth also a mess. Lines, just articulation wise, it's solid, but the body paint is not good. But people bought it for $150. They made it sell out, and people are like, "Oh, that's not great." 72 comes out. Oh, guys, 72 is out. This is so amazing. This is so great. Then but did you guys forget about -1? They're not improving. This is the fluke. And then what's the figure that came out after? Jet Jaguar. Personally, I think Jet Jaguar sucks. I don't have the figure, but the sculpt does not look good. The articulation is outdated and old, and the price is expensive for what you're getting, which is an Ultra Act. You're not getting top of the line Tamashii Nations quality. You're getting an Ultra Act. Figures that cost $30 when they came out. When the Figure Arts SS Ultraman stuff, Tiga Ultraman 66, major leaps and bounds, like freaking amazing quality, $70. What are your favorite Godzilla content creators? I don't watch a lot of people that much anymore. I watch D-Man sometimes for news. I haven't kept up with his stuff in a little bit though. Mostly because I've been busy. For other Godzilla stuff, um, I don't really watch a lot of people anymore. For Godzilla news, I mostly just look to Discord and stuff. For a lot of content stuff, um, I'm not a lot. I don't watch a lot of people that much anymore. It's kind of hmm. Probably should start watching more people in the community. It's good to see people like get into new people. Yeah. Oh, Tayaki, 3D animator, super good. Tayaki, I do like. I watch his stuff, but his stuff doesn't come out frequently enough to really say that. Like, I guess yeah, Tayaki, but like I don't. I watch a lot of other people really. I see Tayaki stuff when he posts it, but not mostly on like Twitter and stuff. I guess he asked for content creators, and that includes stuff like Twitter and Instagram, but I'm not sure. Monsterarts, Mothra, and Suko have a roaring head for Kong, but now he has a metal tooth. Yeah, that's how they get you. That's how they get you to buy that set if you only want stuff for Kong. Okay, I think all these parts should be mostly dry by now, so I'm going to start reassembling. We're gonna paint the inside of this like that. We are going to take the neck piece. Where'd the neck piece go? There you are. No, you're not the right neck piece. Where did the neck piece go? Give me a second. Here it is, right in front of me, and I can't see it. Go over that a couple times. Is this the neck piece? Yeah, this is the neck piece. It looks like one of the tail segments from where I was looking. Take this, then this. Plug this back on to here. Take this, pop this back on. We're going to use that original head real quick. Pop that back in, pop that back out. There we go. Here's the Godzilla content creators: Manisoka JP, Gawichin, Godzibox. American side of YouTube is rough. A lot of SH Monsters with the high power scaling and general brain rot. Yeah, I forgot about the Japanese side. Gawichin, I watch him a little bit here and there. Godsbox as well, I do watch him. Um, yeah, right now the American side is kind of rough. Either got brain rot content or just arguments and stuff. Um, not not super fun right now. Which side is this? Are you the right or the left? You are the left, so that's this side. Where is the right arm? It's probably right in front of me, and I probably don't see it because my brain is wandering. No. Right here. I was looking for a part not attached to a toothbrush. Despite the fact that I had intentionally put this on there. Okay, take this, take joint, turn that in the right direction, pop back on. There we go. That's popped back on. We're going to take, where is the wrist piece? Pop this back onto here. There we go. This is the colors that I like for Godzilla. Who's the weakest Godzilla, be honest? 98. He got shot in the back and died. Otherwise, Chibi Godzilla's not that strong. Godzilla Godzilla isn't the strongest ever. He can't even play soccer properly. He needs help from his friends. Okay, that goes in. Oh, okay. You're gonna be like that, aren't you? You're gonna be annoying. Yep. Go in. There we go. That's in. I'm assembling this now because I'm lazy. And I'm gonna have to disassemble it anyways to seal it. There's a There's this one really cool epic content creator named Just Dauber who makes nothing but says he will. Stuff is coming, I promise. Yes, I agree. Ah! You're asking most basic questions? Yeah, that's fine. Ask whatever you want. Ask whatever you want. That's what we're all here for. Goes back on like that. Painting, actually, there's not really any parts that, like, the black skin is pretty much all I really need. When I seal it, I'm going to have to disassemble it all, but I just want to see what it's going to look like painted up like this right now. Because I've been wanting this guy to be all black for a little bit since I got it. Since it was revealed, really. I wanted to see what it looks like all fully black. Luckily, this figure pops back together real easily. But I also had him for a couple months, so. See if I put the covers on the right sides. Okay, good. I did. Good. I don't think it would have went back together as easily if I didn't. Here we go. This looks a lot more my style. Did I put the legs on correctly? Yes, I did. This is the Godzilla colors that I like for this design. Okay, now we need the knee. Is there markings on the knee? There should be. Monsterarts figures are not really good about. Yeah, there we go. I forgot his knee joint is really far forward. Oh, I'm gonna have to pull this off camera real quick. There we go. That goes up there. And then this side is... Oh, weird. They have lubrication in there. There's that. There we go. This is the right cover. Is there marking on this foot? There is. It's really small. Okay. Come on. There we go. This. And then this way. No, come on. Like this. I didn't feel that pop in, but I guess it's in. I didn't feel that, like, yeah, I was right. You're gonna go in, aren't you? You're gonna go in, right? Come on. After all we've been through together, you can't do this to me. There we go. There it goes. How can I make loose joints stiff? Super glue, or like Kiki's joint, whatever the hell. There's a couple methods. If you don't want to use super glue, I know there's Kiki's, which is like a fan produced thing. Which one is the one that it's this one? Okay. Yeah, because 71s should say. Oh, it doesn't. No, I didn't remove 71s. No. This is the flat one. This is 72. Okay. Bottom just need more paint. Okay. What are you saying in the chat? Okay, here's this. I need lower leg. Which is this? No. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Lower leg. Then the cover for the foot. Like this. Slimmer part forward. Excuse me. No. A slimmer part to the back, wider part forward. There we go. Think release Destroyer next year? Probably. Kiki fixes for loose joints? Okay. I thought they were able to use it on both, but I guess that makes more sense. Or to loosen joints? Yeah, to loosen joints. I thought you could use Kiki's to tighten joints as well. Or is it Dr. D-Star's Fixer Elixir is the one that is to tighten joints? Or to loosen joints. I forget. No, yeah, I think Dr. D-Star's is to tighten joints. One of them. One of them you can use for, like, either or. They both put their stuff out at the same time. But I'm not sure. Okay. Going, attach tail pieces together. You should be numbered, right? A 14. I was 13, right? Well, I mean, it really shouldn't matter because they're all going to be in sequential order in terms of size. So 14, 13, 13, 13, where's 12? 12, yeah, 12, 11, 10, 9, yep. This one should be, here's 8 then. 8. Should be 7. This one should be 6. 5 and 4. 3, 2, and 1. No, you're in that. There we go. There we go. And then attach his booty back to his body. Why are you doing this to me now? You better not be messed up. There we go. I gotta do some touch-ups here and there. But this is the body color that I prefer. Going for 120 minutes now. What in the world? You're gonna call it a night, Joe stream. Goodbye, Dauber. These starts for loose joints. You're correct. Okay. Good thing I got it right. Where is 68? Here's the 68 head. Pop this on real quick. You can see how it looks all together. His face is a little bit like, the texture's smaller, so it looks a tiny bit smoother. But that's actually accurate to the suit, believe it or not. His face is just kind of different. It just looks a little different on the suit. So, accuracy prevails overall. Go for it like that. And then we will give him... Oh, we're going to have to pull out. We're going to have to do this. Good. Got that out. Easy. Where's the other one? There it is. I'm gonna have to go in and pull this out. There we go. Using my personal hand copies, so they're not as well tuned, because I normally keep prototypes in, as opposed to like final sell products. But yeah, here's what he's looking like right now. Long companies get the proportions and paint down and you're happy. Skin texture is usually a lot. Scars, fidelity is rarely there unless you're getting cast of the maquette or something. Yeah. I think there's cases where you could get it to be closer for skin texture where it matters. Like, if they're like really stylizing it so it looks too crazy. But yeah. Got these hands to match up pretty good, so I'm happy about this. This is the first time I'm painting the hands. But skin texture wise, they match up pretty good. Which jaw is which again? This flat is 71. I mean 72. This is the other one for 68. Put this in like this. Slide it past the teeth. Make sure it's lined up. Push it in. Line it up properly. There we go. Now you can see how it looks proper. With the jaw, it just completes it. Already much happier with this skin tone. I much prefer the black over the green. And then these hands, this hand pose, this is the hand pose that this Godzilla does. These hands here are what Nakajima would do the most in this suit. He had a very specific pose for his hands. Mouth closes fully, so it looks like with the mouth open. Some wet paint still, but that'll dry out. Compared to the stock head and his mouth, that they open the same, but because the teeth on mine are the correct size, they're not oversized. Doesn't look gross. His eyes aren't oversized either. Like next to each other, the eyes on this one look a little like they're smaller, but like they look fine when it's on the figure. It's just these one's eyes are so big. Yeah, I got all the base colors done, which I'm happy with. We might start a little bit of dry brushing tonight on the stream. I will probably finish this figure. Wonder if monsters look at the source material sometimes. I wonder the same thing every time they're revealing a figure, especially Jet Jaguar. Oh, we looked at the source material. Source material, my ass. You didn't look at anything. That book from the Godzilla store is $10, and it has high quality references. This is my 72 head specifically. So essentially the same sculpt, flattened the eyebrows, made the face a little droopier, flatter details. So the texture on this is deeper because this one's intentionally smoother. But like, the Monsterarts head is just so weird. Also, like, you can tell. Let me pop. You can now tell how green, just how green he is. I don't like how green you are. You're too green. You look like you would say, it's not easy being green. You're not supposed to be green. No green. Much gooder black. We don't got no green people here. Yeah, I much prefer the black. Oh, it's not even painted. It's not even fully painted yet. But like, those are his colors right there. He's black. Let me pull out my gray paint. Where is my multi-surface white? I'm not gonna mix, or I'm not gonna use a directly gray paint. I'm gonna use some white mixed in with black. Pull this out. Maybe I'll probably brush it with silver afterward, but go like this. We're gonna take another brand new brush with this. We're gonna mix our white with a little bit of black. Probably a bit too much black, honestly. I'll see how it comes out. Actually, no, that's good. My black is really watered down, so it shouldn't be too bad. Clean that off. Clean off all the big loops. What kind of super glue can you use to tighten figure joints? Gorilla Glue gel works very good. Apply a bit of it to a figure joint in an even coat. You can either reattach it to the figure and move it around until it dries, but I don't really recommend doing that because either you could end up getting it stuck, or you could risk like just stripping all the glue off. I recommend coating the joint in glue, but like a very, very thin layer, and then just letting it sit to cure. And that should be able to help tighten it. Should be. I have white paint on my fingers. That's not. That means I can't touch. Means I can't really touch the figure properly. So we're gonna use, because white paint will just like track onto everything. Okay, here, go like this. We're gonna dry brush this on. Take a little white paint. We're going to wipe it off on a paper towel and then wipe it off onto our paper. And then we're going to start very lightly. A little heavy there at that first pass. Oh, the spine moves too. That's going to be annoying. Very lightly brushing it on so that it picks out all these textures a little bit. We're going to blend it in though. So we're going to go very first with a very nice light color. I might actually need to darken this because I know 72 spines aren't actually light white. They're like a much more muted gray color. I might have to actually darken this actually. I'll go over it with this first pass. And then I'll darken it afterwards. I need to do both sides though. Add more paint. Probably add, oh shoot, my phone is dying. Probably add some hints of brown and stuff on the rest of the figure later on. But for now, let's just try to get this first pass on the spines on here. It's kind of awkward having to do this on camera, but I'll make it work. Yeah, that spine's annoying. I think that's where I'm gonna leave it off for tonight's, for the stream. I'll probably finish this off stream, just so I can focus a little more. It's also getting kind of late here. Thank you all to everyone who tuned into this live stream. An hour and 35 minutes is not a short amount of time. Not an hour and 35 minutes. I mean, 135 minutes is not a short amount of time. So thank you everyone for joining. Scroll up in the chat or look in my about page. Join my Discord server. I have posted all my stuff on there. Follow me on Instagram. Thank you all for so much support. If you want these hands, if you want this head kit, they are available on my web store. www.154creations.com. Again, that is www.154creations.com. I have the 68 head kit there. I have these replacement hands there. I have this this O4 head kit on there. I have this Mothra larva on there. And I'll have more coming soon. So please check it out if you're interested in products like this, replacement head kits. They're all unpainted, so you will have to paint them yourselves, but that offers more creativity for you if you do enjoy what I do. Thank you to everyone who came to the stream. Thank you for everyone who is watching the video as it gets posted on my channel. Thank you to everyone just who joined. I will see you all next time I post, which should hopefully be soon. I hope to not abandon this YouTube channel again. I will be posting soon, hopefully. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I'll see you all next time. Hang on. Goodbye.